Now, as we talked about in overhead, your overhead costs are fixed.
Right.
They don't vary based on whatever.
Right.
It is
The same every month.
Same every month, or relatively the same, but they're not directly tied to what it is you're actually doing.
Right.
Okay. The other type of cost is what's called variable cost. And those are things that are directly related to the value that you're creating. Okay. So let's say you are a baker
Okay.
and you are in the business of baking cakes.
Okay.
Okay. Now your store is overhead. Your electricity is overhead.
Right.
Your
Like employees.
employees, let's say you have a salary employee, they're overhead, okay? But you also have, flour and sugar and eggs, and let's say your ovens are gas, okay? So the more cakes you bake, the more gas you're using.
Okay.
All of those things are variable costs. Or let's say you have your delivery people are paid hourly, okay? And you only pay them when you have
Stuff to deliver.
stuff to deliver. Those are variable costs.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, it's valuable to separate them out, okay? So you can know for every unit that we create,
Yeah.
this is how much we're going to be spending.
Right. And you've got to be able to take it out of the margin.
Yes, and that comes out of margin. And then you have to be able to cover your overhead first. Okay, so costs are split out in two camps, fixed and variable. Fixed is your overhead. Variable is things like raw materials and, let's say some businesses do like search engine advertising or whatever.
Right.
That's a variable cost.
Right, because you don't have to.
Because you don't have to.
Okay.
You can cut it or you can do all of those things. But if you do less of it, you'll get less customers and you'll spend less costs. So you spend less money.
Yeah.
So you need to have enough money, enough cash, which we'll talk about cash here in a little bit.
Okay.
You have to have enough cash on hand to handle both your overhead as well as to have money to buy your raw materials to produce the things that you need to produce.
Okay.
Okay? So those are the two types of costs, fixed and variable.